Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Listen, let me just say, when you're busy, when you get older, let me explain something to you. Time be like, fuck your life. It just moves fast. It just moves at a high rate when you're busy, when you got things going. When you were a kid, years felt like decades. You know what I mean? Like a year felt like, God
Never
damn.
to that age where you can do this and do that.
You're like, I can't wait till Halloween come back round. Halloween be like 90 days away and you be like, fuck. When is Halloween coming? Like, your parents be like, shit, that's 3 rents. We'll be there in a minute. It's 3 rent payments. We'll be there in a minute. Little greedy fuck. So, let me just say this, man. We use the first part of this show as the community empowerment. And the reason why we do that is because we want to see black businesses win. We want to see, wow. Just walking in front of the cameras.
That's nigga shit. I do nigga shit.
But you just gonna always have a Werther's original moment.
What'd you just say?
Anyway.
Werther's original.
So look, I use the community empowerment to big up businesses, right? So what happens is a lot of people be in our community, man, we got problems, right? We got problems, whatever. Customer service, people getting back to you, we got problems, right? First off, a lot of our businesses they only got one employee themselves. Doing everything, right? A lot of our businesses only have one employee, right? So that's an issue. That's an issue. Oh, y'all talking while I'm... Put the camera on, Bobby. Just... Because he done interrupted me 2 times. Put the camera on, Bobby. Look at Bobby waving. Hey, hello, I'm gonna keep fucking up. Anyway, I try to, do the community empowerment so smaller businesses who don't have the marketing dollars can low-key compete a little bit with the big folk. Now, I'm wearing a Ramomar exclusive, right? Little silk shirt, got the Egyptian prayers on it. You know, dig. And it's nice. It's really nice. And I've been promoting this brother, and he's had his problems. He's had his problems trying to get people.
Why you such Caucasian looking?
No, they know what you talking about. Now, see, that's why. Turn his mic off. Cause that's some hate shit right there. That ain't even the case. Like you got to be careful what you say in front of our people, cause we take everything literally, even when we fucking around. I don't want to hear that shit while I'm talking about this. Now, back to what I was trying to set up before Kevin tried to be a joker. Comedy Central ass Kev. Now let me get back to what I was saying. Where was I, Kev? Get your sleepy eye. Let me get back. Where was I? Where was I? God damn it.
You were talking about the black
Oh, yeah. So, I want to pull up a picture of Kerry Washington's dress last night. There's an Arab designer who is stalking the brother Ramomar and stealing his designs. I want y'all to... Now, when I give you his name, this is what's really good. Because this shirt I'm wearing, he got a dress exactly like this shirt. And I just feel like if we don't support our own, they just gonna be like, well, fuck it, that's our idea. You understand? That's our idea. We can steal it, we can do what the fuck we wanna do. I'm trying to pull up the brother's name. The Arab's name, he's an Arab, his name is Murad. He's a designer by the name of Murad. I think that's his name. I'm gonna pull it up for you, Sarah, because I want you to be able to find it for us. Okay. Now, this brother Omar has been doing this, these types of designs ever since I've known him. I've known him for about 5 years or more. And really, this designer just said, well, fuck it. I could just jack his shit. You see it? He just said, fuck it. And a lot of like when I got the sweatshirt on with the embroidery, this Arab designer just said, fuck it, I'm gonna take the exact same design and I'm just gonna use it. Fuck it. And that bothers me a little bit because I'm
really good Caucasian motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Kevin, if you don't talk about it,
So I just feel a certain that's his name. Found it. His name is Murad Zuhair, like hair. Muradzhuhair. Now, you think that shit look like that's some of his other stuff. When you look at the Egyptian stuff that this dude has done, he just said, you know what, I'm just gonna take it. And who gonna say anything about it? He just said, you know what? And let me just say this to my Arab brothers, because I've had a few conversations with Arab brothers. I've been at a gas station where somebody said, he said, this is my country. He saw me with, I have a hoodie or something. This is my country. What did you? I said, what is your religion? He said, Islam. I said, now, you do know Islam does not do well with idols. All the pyramids, all the hieroglyphs, that's idolatry according to Islam. They try to blow everything. Now, the reason why you ain't blowing up the pyramids is because pyramids make too much money. That deals with the commerce of Egypt. I said, listen, you may have been born in Egypt and are nationalistically Egyptian. From a national side, your nationality, but ethnically speaking, you're not the ethnic Egyptians who built the pyramids. And it's hypocrisy on the part of Islam to say these pyramids get to exist. Now, I'm not asking you to go in there and blow shit up. Please don't fuck with the Egyptians or the pyramids. Leave them motherfuckers alone. But I gotta be honest about a lot of Arabs. What is the Arabic word for nigga? Zinj? Zinji? Y'all be saying that shit? Zinji, right? Y'all inherited Egypt as a nation after the Roman Empire fell. Then y'all came in. An Araba, to traverse, is just a fancy name for Bedouin, which is a fancy name for nomad, which is a fancy name for homeless.
A fancy name for homeless?
Now, some people get mad at me. Ain't got no bed. That's just what it is. It's a Bedouin culture, a Bedouin society. You understand? I'm just saying, like, there's hypocrisy everywhere, and it seems to me that a lot of times black men and women, we always getting raped and robbed at the expense. Look at this one. Look at this one. Now, this is what I got on right now, and it's a dress. Do you understand?
What is this? Where is this from?
That's the same dude who just did the Kerry Washington dress. Yeah. Yeah. So, do you understand? It's the same thing. So I get a little offended.
Hey, that is exactly it.
That's the same thing. Am I lying? I know Sarah can't find it. It's Zahir Murad Official on IG. Just go there. It's the exact same thing.
Caucasian girl wearing it.
With the Caucasian girl wearing it. So I'm just gonna say again, here's the dress that old girl was wearing on the Nubian model. Yeah, that's the same. There you go. So again, while we complain about our black businesses, if there are some solid ideas, if there's some solid constructs in place, somebody gonna see the value in it. You know, somebody gonna see the value in it. Somebody gonna be like, yo, this is a big deal and it's not being supported or it lacks resources. We gonna come in, and usually it's people of other races that do that. You know, no disrespect to people who are born in Egypt as modern day Egyptians, but please understand modern day Egyptian, your ancient history. And it ain't really it's not really that ancient.
No.
Where you from originally? We start asking real tough questions, people feel, you know, a little butthurt about it. We just got to keep it 100. At the end of the day, y'all moved into that area and took over because wasn't nobody else there.
Yep. Yeah, I got all the niggas there.
Okay, I just want everybody to be clear. Anyway, y'all go support RamomarNY.com. Black-owned business, young brother, doing his thing. Please continue to support him. Hit the like button, hit the share button. As a matter of fact, go to my iStar page. We got more videos that's about to go up on iStar. Go to my iStar page. We got really close to 500 subscribers. Didn't quite make it. Now we're back down to 420. I mean, it's $1.99 a month. Like, Ramomar. That's Carrie Hilson right there. Ooh, Lord, that photo shoot, boy. She looked like.
Carrie Hilson?
Look at that. Look at that right there, boy. Boy, let me tell you something, boy. That's cream of wheat. That's brown sugar. That's butter. Yeah. Yeah. Carrie Hilson. So yeah. Please continue to support the iStar. Like I said, we're about to put up some more. We're about to put up some more videos on iStar. Oh, is it? Can you hear it? God damn it. There you go. Boom. I'm sorry, y'all. I was watching Kobe Bryant and the Lakers in 2000. I was watching that earlier. Please forgive me. Is the music playing? So we good. So yeah. That's that on the Ramomar. Go there, support Ramomar. Also, support Weed Juice. Weed Juice. My brother comes here every day or every Monday. Solid dude. I've known him since we were kids. He doesn't understand. He was like a celebrity when we was younger. Because, you know, when you're from the same city and you're around the same age group, you hear about the star athletes. And we heard about him a lot because he was at John Muir High, which is a traditional school powerhouse, football powerhouse.
No, not just football.
But football, track, basketball, no, it's a powerhouse.
Oh, they're a powerhouse. They have like track and field, like
powerhouse.
Yeah. No, he's
football.
no, he's 100%. He is a.
About my school.
No, he's 100% correct. He is 100% correct.
In the 1960s, they had 3 dudes on their team that ran 20 points in 200.
We don't even want to talk about Obi Moore. Obi Moore was
They
like,
have
we don't
people
even
way better than him running.
we don't even want to talk about him. So Inger Miller and all. Listen, that's a whole
Inger
nother.
Miller, yeah, she was there.
The John Muir, okay,
Inger
he
Miller.
was there.
Inger Miller.
So the brother was there, and what was crazy was I talk about this a lot. His family, you notice, sometimes you get a family with one good athlete, you be like, Uncle Ray, that motherfucker was cold. Everybody else fat and slow. No, this dude's family was. Now, Bobby.
When y'all gonna listen? When are they gonna start having this
You
basketball?
knew that was coming. You knew he was going to try to
That's
touch
bad.
that.
Bobby,
What?
I come from a long line of great athletes.
Yeah, they skipped you.
And if they skip me, how can you account for your loss to me?
Hey,
Huh?
hey,
How
listen.
can you account
Crossover Bobby up there.
for that loss?
Crossover
Bobby, how can you account for that loss? You know how you lost? I'm gonna tell you how you lost. You want me to tell you how you lost?
No, I already know.
No, let me tell you how you lost.
What that happened was.
Just tell them how you lost, Bobby.
I was not prepared to deal with the one time in his life that he played some defense. It's just not his nature.
The one time.
The one time. But since then, we had a conversation the day before yesterday, and I'll be very brief. I told him, I said, man, I'm hurting, man. I'm doing tour days. I got a shooting coach, a nutritionist. I done put my team together, and you ain't ready for this.
Let me tell you what you're doing, Bobby.
It's gonna hurt too much for you.
Let me tell you what you're doing.
Shooting
Bobby,
coach, Bobby.
you've interrupted, Bobby, you've interrupted
Yeah, I'm interrupting.
what I
Back
was
to
setting
Weed
up.
Man.
Back to Weed Juice. But let me come back to you, seeing that you want to interrupt.
Bobby
Your
been drinking the
two-a-days, your shooting coach, hopefully you're getting a nice amount of rest. Let me tell you what that shit is tantamount to. It's tantamount to polishing shit. I'm talented, Bobby. You not.
Listen.
You don't get your reserve basketball player game half ass out of here.
Tell him out to polishing shit.
You're not good, Bobby.
Oh, nigga, that was a good one.
I beat you on talent. I said, you know what? Let me show Oldie Locks what the fuck this is.
Old Deluxe.
I said, let me show old ass Bobby what this is. When I sat down on D and locked in on Bobby said, oh shit, this motherfucker on me. I said, yes, nigga, yeah, I'm not gonna let you score.
Oh, my God.
Now, Bobby, I respect my elders or whatnot, but I'm dog your old ass this time.
You have no choice but to leave it on the floor.
I'm dog your old ass this
You
time.
have no choice but to leave it on the floor.
All I ask is when the police show up, you say it was consensual. Just say, I let him beat my ass. This is what this was.
Consensual masochism.
Consensual ass whooping right now. That's Bobby. Look at Bobby. All right, back to Weed Juice.
Man.
My guy, you know what I'm saying? He come here every week, man. He brings the juices, and he talks a little bit. But the juices are amazing, man. The juices are amazing. Talk to us real quick about what's available and what deals you have.
All right, so as you guys clearly can see, Bobby drinks the juice every Monday. So that's why he has all this energy today to talk about so. But
I drink the juices too.
Yeah, but he got courage in his juices.
Well, then that's
He got
Hennessy.
one
That
of the
ain't.
juices.
That's
So-
straight up Hennessy, dog.
So we got the special Zoet code. When you put the Zoet code, you get $5 off. But the happening new special is the weight loss program. It's the number one thing when you go on Weed Juice. The fat weight loss program comes up, and that's an efficient program because they have 4 juices a day and 1 meal. So that's a good way to get all the macronutrients your body needs. Because sometimes we eat empty calories. So if we have the juice, it gives you all the macronutrients that your body needs. Okay.
What kind of nutrients?
Macronutrients.
Okay.
I said
You
that
thought
right.
you said mackerel?
I was like,
Get the macros. The macros will give you
The
some
weight loss
nutrients.
program is a good guideline for you can have 4 juices a day, 1 meal, for you can eat suitably, sufficiently. Suitable is the word too, officially. But you know, every time I say something, Bobby got in my number right now. You know.
Suitable?
Anyway, WeJuice.com. Look at that. Get the weight loss program. Get the ginger shots. Get the strawberry ginger shots and the turmeric shots.
There we go. Suitable. Bobby, sell your book, man.
Since we only get 1 month to celebrate our history, I chose today to take out of my archives the first book that I completed. It's called Let's Go to Work, The Millionaire Chronicles of Mr. Leon T. Garr. In addition to the book you see on the screen, Real Men Don't Play. Mr. Garr lived to be 102 years old. And when he bought Founders Bank, it was a savings and loan. He immediately converted it to a capital bank, a commercial bank. And it became the only commercial bank owned by an African American west of the Mississippi. And he was famous for telling me, I said, Mr. Garr, how did you get rich? He said, Bobby, if you want to get rich, you got to make friends. And this man with a 3rd grade education left a recipe for how to affect change in your community by ownership. And it's a story that still holds up today, 7 years after I wrote this book. It's called Let's Go to Work. You want a copy of it, holler at me on any of the platforms, Twitter. My email address is bobby@realmendon'tplay.com, and that's how you can get the book right now. It's out of circulation.
There we go. Kev?
Yeah, so I just finished putting together a book. I forgot to bring it in. I forgot to put it in my bag today, but it's called Public Official Bonds, How to Make Police Officers and Judges Pay for Violating Your Rights. Because what most people don't understand is that every public official, whether they are the DA, the judges, police officers, excuse me, county recorders, all of these people have to have a bond, something called a public official bond, in order to ensure that they don't mess up when they're working. So if they violate your rights, all of these bonds are tied to their oath to the Constitution. So if they violate your constitutional rights, you can pull their bond or do something that's called place a lien on their bond. I know, right? When you place a lien on their bond, they can't work. Just let me get this out. So when they place a lien on your bond, these people can't work. Literally, it's not like, God damn, man, seriously?
That's how I felt when you interrupted.
When I interrupted, you interrupt every 2 seconds, nigga.
It's my show.
So,
There's 10 right there. Hold on a second. There's 10 more times. There's 10 more months times 4. So there's about 40 more times we're going to do this, Uncle Bobby. Like right before you come in, you like just want to hit the OFF button. Just hit the power. It's on the back. That
Right here. See this?
I'm just telling my Uncle Bobby like I used to tell my Uncle Gerald, my Uncle Bobby. The Uncle Bobby, yeah. Just got to push the little button. And then
No, he got to finish.
all right, let me just finish this. All right, so again, when you pull these people's bond or you place a lien on their bond, and anyone can do it, these are in their laws. Anyone can place a lien on their bond. These people cannot work until that lien is satisfied on their bond. So if you're trying to sue a police officer for violating your rights, that takes about a couple of years. You can place a lien on their bond the next day they violate your right, or that day they violate your rights. So, and then again, they can't work, and then not also when they have to pay the bond, they have to go into debt, because it's not like insurance where they just premiums go up. They actually have to pay the money back to the insurance company once the insurance company pays it to you.
you know that boat you was going to buy?
Right, so they go into debt. If their shit is tied to their credit or their apartment, their houses or property, that shit goes on lien too.
Yep.
So this is the true way to be able to get back at them. And so I just wrote this book. It's called, again, Public Official Bonds, How to Get Back at Police Officers and Judges for Violating Your Rights. And in this book, it has every public official bond law in the United States.
Where can I
all
get it?
50 states. RealNagas.com. And if you buy the Great Book of Melanin Research, I'll get you that for free.
All right. Jeff, what you got?
I am working with Jeff's Brown.
I was about to say, you sound like Elijah Muhammad.
Jeff's Brownies, little nuggets to help you through your day, coming very soon. Just put another installment in the Incense and Hot Sauce album, which is coming out this summer.
Do you put hot sauce on your incense?
No, but if you in my house, you're gonna smell incense, and if you eat anything I cook, you're gonna taste hot sauce. Incense and hot sauce, that's really who I am. That's really who I am. Incense and hot sauce.
Incense and hot sauce.
You
that's
wanna work
really
with the
who I
incense
am.
side. You touch them, you see the hot sauce side. You don't wanna see that side. You don't wanna see the hot sauce side. It's the incense, hot sauce.
All right, so let's get to today's topic.
What about your stuff?
Oh, well, thank you, Bobby. I'll get around to it. We took a long time, so I'll get around to it. Thank you. So we already know, historically speaking, that the first people on the planet Earth originated where? Is it a place that they call Africa today? Who named it Africa? Some white dude. Mm-hmm. Did the Africans name it Africa?
No, it was okay with line, right?
I've heard El Kibulan, I've heard a whole bunch of stuff, right?
Excellent.
What we do know is white people don't mind naming stuff. And I told y'all, be careful of white labels. Because white labels create white definitions create white conditions.
Wow. Wow.
That brings us to today's topic, which is a hell of a topic. We got to cover this today. The oldest relationship on planet Earth is between the black man and the black woman. I know people don't normally look at it that way, but when you think about it, you go, well,
Cold.
that's the first relationship. Sister and brother. Are black men and women still family? Today's topic. A deeper look at the first relationship in history. What is the state of the oldest relationship in history? During slavery, where black men were beat, raped, and abused in much the same way as black women. Oh, God, I don't even want to talk about this. There's a book you guys should get. I want everybody to check this book out. It's called Man Not by Dr. Tommy Curry. My question is, when in slavery, where black men were beaten and abused as much as black women, weren't some of those slave owners white women? There's a book out there. Yvette Carnell put it out. She didn't put it out, but she elevated it in the sense that she talked about it. And I want everybody to go get that book. I'm actually highlighting this topic with some books you should read. And one of those books, look at this one. Look at the name of this book right here.
Wow.
The name of this book, They Were Her Property. White Women as Slave Owners in the American South by Stephanie E. Jones Rogers. They were her property. A lot of times we think slave master, we think of Massa Charles.
Right.
Massa Bob.
We think of oppression in the masculine.
Oh, keep going, Jeff. That's heavy.
We think of oppression, oh, he did it. He was the conqueror. He. Every foul he come out of one of them. He didn't get him.
Raised and nurtured by one of them.
Nurtured by. Breastfed. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Breastfed by sisters to make their bones strong. But raised, right? You know, let's not, when your babies wouldn't make it and when your babies was dying in the fields, you went to black women to breastfeed your babies so they could make it. But yes, pretty please with sugar on top. Do not exonerate the white woman from black oppression. It's her part big. Oh, did many brothers swing from trees over her. Oh, did many lies start with her. Oh, did much dissension begin with her. Oh, Margaret Sanger is not Martin Sanger. Oh, please understand.
Oh, here we go. Are modern day sisters like Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey actively continuing the birth of a nation black male rapist trope?
Oh yeah, Gayle gonna get it. I'm gonna give it to her right.
We gotta ask the real questions. We gotta ask them for real questions, because here's the thing. This is the oldest relationship in America. Or excuse me, the oldest relationship in the world between the black man and the black woman. Now, what did Big Mama tell you about keeping people out your relationship business if you want it to be healthy? Didn't Big Mama say, you better keep your business in your house. What happens in your house is your business, right?
What my grandmama used to say, all your friends gonna do is help you pack.
All your friends gonna do
Is help you pack.
is help you pack.
You keep talking to your friends about your little man, all they gonna do is help you pack. You talking about how you get tired of him fishing, and then y'all break up, and guess what? 6 months later, this heifer's out fishing with your man. You better watch it.
Lord have mercy. Me Too co-founder Rose McGowan condemns Snoop Dogg because of what he said to Gayle King. Rose McGowan, how many opportunities have you gotten because of your skin color to even succeed in this industry? When we say reparations, white people look like meerkats. Like a whole clan of meerkats. They looking around like, huh? What? What do you mean? What did we do? It's too far, it's too long ago. Nobody even knows about it anymore. That was 150 years ago. Even though your world, it was 150 years ago. Nobody even knows it. Nobody's still alive from that time. No, we weren't even, we're not responsible for that. But that automatic garage door opener, right, is a direct benefit from slavery. Right? That pension, that everything you got wealth-wise.
Them jet skis.
All that. Come on, you got the heads up because you were on our back. You create a whole new movement called Me Too, which is white women going after the white men that have used them. And then you bring our sisters into it, just like you did with feminism. You say, hey, you don't need him. The government will take care of you. The government and education. You don't need him. So now, I ask, because we have been taking outside information, has that spelled doom for black men and black women relations? Jeff?
I think yes, but what is worse on us is, again, how happy we are to invite people into our dialogue. Oh, black people are so happy. We're so happy when we see white folks that can do the electric slide. We're so, oh, can he sing like us? Can he play like us? Oh my goodness, there's someone copying our magic. Oh my goodness. There is a reason that Rose McGowan feels the liberty to speak, and it's because she does not have this. If I come upon, and this is my friend, if I come upon Zoe Williams talking to his daughter and reading her the riot act for whatever is, well, first off, if he's gonna read her the riot act anywhere where it's in earshot of anyone other than her, it must be something really big. As good as this is a friend of mine, guess what I'm gonna say while he's talking to his daughter? Not a damn thing. Because I have enough respect to know that regardless to who I am, I stand outside of this. And about all I can do is go, bruh. And a little later, bruh, really? Y'all had to get into it here?
Right.
Or, bruh,
You might have went too
rethink.
far, bruh.
You might have went too far. But
Yeah.
in the moment, I must respect, in the heat of the moment, that I have nothing to do with this. But because white people suffer from eminent domain in the mind.
Ooh.
This is why they will walk right in your house past you, tell your kids to shut up and make a sandwich. Because they believe that they own or are a part of everything they see. Because nobody tells them to keep their damn nose out their business. Sometimes this ain't your business. The same way that you can't run willy-nilly no more with the word nigger, because we not our grandparents. You can't run wild with that words in the words of Ice Cube. It's ours. We're taking it back now. And no, you can't have it. Just because it's like a bike. Just because you can ride a bike, nigga, don't mean you can ride my bike. This is my bike. I took it back. This thing between Gayle and Snoop is about us. And somebody needs to tell her to butt out. And people like her to butt out. But black people don't have the guts to own up to what belongs to them and lay claim to what belongs to them. And unless and until we do, we're going to have a whole bunch more of this and a whole bunch of more Jasper-ass shade tree house coons trying to figure out how...
Jasper and Lim. I'm sorry. Jasper and Lim. Let me just say this. Let me ask all the men on this panel. Do you agree or disagree with the way Snoop Dogg handled Gayle? And then I'm gonna ask a follow-up question. Starting with Timmy Ty Top.
Everything was okay until he got to the end and talk about "we coming for you" or some shit like that. I don't give a shit about him talking about her. She said some foul shit she shouldn't have did. At the end, what he said, he probably went too far with that part.
Right.
That's it.
Bobby? I didn't hear. I wasn't even around. I was somewhere training, trying to get ready.
I was shucking some peas on the back porch.
Go ahead, Bobby.
Say what you mean and stand on it. If he was going to attack the way that he did, then he should have stayed firmly upon that ground. Since then, he has capitulated, and necessarily so because of all the business interests that he has, which it complicates things. But this whole situation gives us an opportunity to go through the list and check it twice in terms of who speaks for us and who speaks against us. Because it's not just Gayle and Oprah. It's Oprah. Yeah. Oprah. Michael Eric Dyson, Al Sharpton, and several Susan Rice, and they've done us a favor by illuminating who they really are.
Who they really are.
And what we need to do about that. You're entitled to your opinion, and we have a right to sanction you.
Yeah.
So my answer to your question is, he had a right to do what he did, and I got disappointed when he started retreating from his position.
Should stay firm in his position is what you're saying. Okay. Kev, your thoughts?
I agree with what he said. I'm kind of with Timmy Ty Top until he got to the end where what he said could have been construed as violent. Go out and attack her. You don't really want that coming back on you, especially even karmically. You know what I'm saying? Even more so than just within the system. And so up until that point, what he was saying was okay because it was an emotional response, and everybody was saying that both of their responses were messed up, and hers were more. Her interview was calculated. She knew what she was doing when she sat down and she asked her his questions. She knew what she was doing, asking follow-up questions and keeping going with the shit. Snoop's reaction was an emotional response to her saying something about his dead homeboy. Like, if y'all know what that is,
That's true.
That's some real.
That was a street response.
That was some street response. Like, my dead
That's
homeboy dead, and you coming back getting at
response.
Right. You getting at the homie.
Right.
Fuck you,
Right.
bitch. Like,
Right.
that was just some raw.
Right.
And then, the nigga, the street Crip came out, and then he had to put. Then, when I think the Boulay kind of got in touch and was like, look, yo, we've allowed you to be in this with us up here from where you are. You need to correct that shit because all of those motherfuckers who came out were all Boulay.
Okay.
Jeff?
Let me piggyback on the
Wait, hold on before you go. hit the like button, hit the share button. The content is too good for you to not support it. Hit the share button, the like
Is it
button,
asking that
all
much?
that. Hit the super chat button. We appreciate you. Thank you for those who have done it. Jeff Brown, your thoughts.
Those of you in the chat room, with love, if you can find a way to make sentences, which takes a lot more typing than hitting the like button, you ain't shit. Okay, Gayle, what Snoop told her, if the Crips had a Long Beach corporate office, like the Crip building, of course it's blue. What happened was Snoop basically, in his energy, looked over at his assistant and said, Frida, give me one of those Crip warning form letters.
It's called getting disciplined.
Right.
This is the
dealt with form letter. In that dealt with form letter, we gonna come at your ass. That's form letter. Come at you mean a lot of other things than just pop the trunk. Snoop wasn't talking about sending nobody to get to Gayle's ass. First off, most of the niggas that Snoop talking about get at niggas. Gayle don't be around niggas. She don't. So what circles, who they gonna roll up on? One of Oprah's parties in Chucks? Are y'all really worried about that? That some 78 Cutlass is gonna roll up on Gayle and spray her? No. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. You wasn't never worried about that. Who is the secretary, the chick that barked at Snoop?
Susan Rice, come
Susan
on.
Rice, you wasn't worried about that. You just felt the need to retaliate against the energy that Gayle put out. And here's where she put it. When she retorted with Lisa Leslie, she said that the victim refused to testify, and that's why the charges were dropped. That's
Wait.
bovine feces,
That's
and
bullshit.
she know it's bullshit. Gayle knew it was bullshit when she said it. What she didn't, what she left out was why the woman dropped her testimony. She dropped her testimony because of all the DNA that was found in her drawers.
Right.
She dropped the testimony because she bragged about the size of Kobe's manhood to other people who knew after the fact. And that came out. Why did that come out? Because Kobe got a school bus full of lawyers too. And that's why that came out. But she didn't bring that up. And it ain't like she didn't know it. If I knew it, Gayle knew it. So Gayle was out of pocket for us, but on code with the emasculation, the destruction, the onslaught of the image of the alpha male. That is what this is about, and nothing else. And when you start making it about whether Snoop was out of line, Snoop is at war. Yeah. I'm at war. During wartime, I'm gonna say some stuff. If the shit hits the fan right now and there's a zombie apocalypse outside, some of the things I say to my seed, to my children, may not be that nice because I am trying to save them. And I do not, when I have your goodwill and your feelings in each hand, which one I'm gonna drop in the shit? I'll drop your feelings in the shit every time. And I don't think Snoop was wrong at all. I back him 100%. Somebody gonna come at your ass, Gayle, and it ain't gonna be no hood, ain't gonna be nobody with a hood on, ain't gonna be no rolling up on you like this. We coming at you, Gayle, as people, as black people. I'm telling you, Jeff Brown said, you out of pocket with that, and I see your monkey ass.
So, and then let me follow up with Jeff because I love him.
You stupid.
Jumping on you, he gonna see your monkey ass. I love it now.
We see you.
We see you, monkey.
Ain't nobody think about this. Yeah.
Look at that monkey ass.
Can we get another monkey? Do we have to go with the monkey with the piece missing? That's just.
Listen, he had a hard life.
Somebody need to hit him in the face with some peroxide. I don't need to see that.
Monkeys have cleft palates too.
So let me do this. Let me just do this. Look at that.
Yeah. Look at him. That one look here like, say what did you say? Whatever.
Monkeys as well? I thought I had monkeys with.
A lion and come through here and ain't what?
They ain't Jeffrey. I just saw Jeffrey.
He gone now. Well, there's the stop. There's the leg. That's all left with the leg.
So let me give you my opinion. It's the old bait and switch. Right? Yes, Snoop Dogg said something that could be, not could be, but is disrespectful. All right? Yes. Speaking to a 70-year-old woman, you know, funky dog head bitch. I loved it. Let me tell you. The energy, I felt it.
That was great.
Yes.
Because let me tell you why I felt it. And you all want to say nuanced and all. Let me tell you what. How does it feel when somebody get their comeuppance? When you know they've been wrong, they've done wrong by people, and then something happened to their ass, you go, yeah.
That's what you
So
did, bitch.
in that moment, I felt that Gayle got her comeuppance. Because Gayle and Oprah are doing something that's very interesting as it pertains to black men. It's saying, you don't necessarily have to be fully guilty for us to pursue you to push our agenda.
Yes.
Now, our agenda is about Me Too. It's about protecting women. I get it. And I've said this before. Men, especially black men, in our community, I can't speak for all men of every other community. I can only talk about black men. A lot of us have not been 100% good and solid and real to sisters. That does not speak against the brothers who are faithful, who are respectful, who are good fathers, right?
And don't take offense to it.
And right. So
You ain't
again,
talking about me.
but you, like when I heard Oprah say, this is bigger than Michael Jackson. Yes, it's the agenda you're pushing. So it don't matter if the credibility of Wade Robinson and the Safe Chuck boy or whoever, it don't matter if they were already proven as non-credible witnesses in a case. They already lost a case to Michael Jackson. One of them was the star for his case that got him acquitted.
Yeah.
Right? So, and now all of a sudden you want some money, but you're going to listen to this story and say, but you know what? Off the steam of who Michael Jackson is, this can push our agenda.
Yes. Yes. This oils our agenda in the conversation of the ignorant.
This pushes it. You get what I'm saying? So it don't matter if dead or alive, defend themselves. It don't matter if they right or wrong, guilty or not guilty. It doesn't matter. We get to attach their name, and the way American media works is once your name is attached to some bullshit, that bullshit tends to follow you forever. You can't bring up Michael Jackson without bringing up sexual allegations against kids.
That's why it's called muckraking.
And that's all you heard, but you didn't hear about all the cases they lost after that. They lost every goddamn case that they had against the goddamn state. Every one.
So again, now you're going for the victimhood tactic. Number one, Snoop is the homie. I agree. Stand on what you say, even if it's the wrong thing to say. Sometimes we say the wrong thing. But just because we say the wrong thing does not mean we intend to act on the wrong thing. How many times have you said something and you knew, hey, it's out there, I said it, and I'm going to stand on it. I'm not going to do nothing about it, but I said it and I'm going to stand on it. Again, this is one of those moments. What I feel like we need to do is protect Snoop, because what they about to do is try to drag Snoop. Because,
Not having it.
And that's the old bait and switch that they did with Colin Kaepernick. You never addressed why he knelt. You turned everything, well, he disrespecting the soldiers. He disrespecting the flag. He disrespecting America. You talked about everything other than what he knelt for. Well, why did he kneel? Oh, for criminal justice. you know, the lack of criminal justice in America, you know, that's what he knelt for, right? We ain't finna talk about that. We finna talk about you done ruined the America. We don't even need apple pie no more in America. You done ruined America.
The national anthem.
The flag, you disrespecting the flag. No, this man.
And the troops.
Right, this man, you disrespecting the troops. It turned into that. Yep. And so what's happening now, it's turning into the Snoop Gate, is turning into black men disrespecting black women. And that ain't what it's about. What it's about is Gayle and King, right? Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey are open adversaries to black men.
That's what I was about to say. They say attacking their own. They don't see themselves as you. They're in a whole different world. Most of the people they probably hang around are Caucasian and rich people and shit. They don't see niggas like that. Ooh. So when you try to connect yourself to people like that, you fucking up. They don't see you like that, which is how they can attack black men like that and not go after Harvey Weinstein and all the rest of these motherfuckers. They see themselves as him, not you.
Dear niggas, dear misguided, disillusioned niggas, go check on your sister.
Dear Negroes, go check on your sister. This fatherhood in here happening in real time.
Dear disillusioned dumbass niggas that try to connect themselves in any way to Oprah Winfrey. In any way.
Crazy.
Are there any bougie niggas you can't stand in your family? Think about that for a second. The bougie niggas you know. There go that nigga because he bought a BMW and he live in the suburbs.
You know, you could have done much better
That
if
dude.
you would have gone on a little further.
Please explain to me how y'all can roll y'all eyes at that dude. Wish to God you had it in your spirit to leave a fingernail in his potato salad when he come over. Please explain to me how you have that energy for him, but can find a way to attach yourself to Oprah. Do you really think that Oprah and the nigga she around is better, the same, or worse than that bougie nigga in your life?
And now, don't act like she don't think, I'm coming to Bobby, don't act like she don't think she better than black men.
Woo-wee!
Because just like Charlemagne the God said, she reduced Russell Simmons to a noun. She said, a Russell Simmons doesn't scare me. A Russell Simmons doesn't scare me. Again, they're not scared of us because this society applauds them when they don't respect us.
They are well-rewarded tools.
Do you understand? Again, black man and black woman, the oldest relationship on planet Earth is under the control of oppressors, of white supremacy, of all the ideas that white men have robbed you of and rewrote and told you which ones to believe. Listen, feminism isn't authored, the idea of feminism isn't authored by a black woman. That's authored by a white woman. And that's in their nature. A black woman's nature is to nurture because that is nature, which is netter, which is God, which is some other shit. This is why white women look at black women and go, there's something spiritual about Hattie Mae. Let her breastfeed. Right? Let Hattie Mae do it. Let Hattie Mae. They're not scared of us in the sense that they don't revere us. They don't respect us because we're not in a position to be respected in America.
They in the boule, that black Illuminati. And we're talking about Gayle King and Oprah. They're at the top. They're at the top of that boule Illuminati. And just make sure and be clear. Illuminati doesn't mean enlightened ones. This is the misconception most people have. The word ill means bad or sick or to darken. So Illuminati means bad light. Their main purpose is actually to keep you from information. That's what an Illuminati is. They're the people
you guys
who actually
show me that one. I need to see
Yeah,
that.
I will.
Yeah.
Illustrious.
If you were trying to lighten up something, that means illuminate. The word illuminate means to lighten. Illuminate means to barely lighten. That's what illuminate means. If you're
Well,
trying to
show
lighten
us
something.
the link. I want to send everybody to the link.
Look at the dictionary.
I'm just saying.
Etymology dictionary.
I never
Online
saw that.
etymology dictionary. Look it up.
Well,
I'm saying, Kev, if you present something, show us so we can send to the people. The people want to see it.
in the spirit of Arsenio Hall's character in Coming to America in the barbershop, with regard to what Kevin said, there is such word as luminary. There is lumen. Yes, lumens. How many lights? How many
lumen
lumens?
means light.
Yeah, lumen.
Ill. Look at the prefix ill means bad.
Well, wait a minute. What about illustrate?
How about it?
Yes.
Okay, well, help me out. Shit.
Help us out, yeah.
How is showing something? If I illustrate something to you, how am I doing something bad?
Well, I haven't broken down the word illustrate. I have to break that word down.
Okay, well,
Okay, so
get back to me.
Illuminate. I have broken
Illuminate,
down.
and I feel
illuminate means to badly lighten. That's what that word means.
And I gotta. I'm sorry, that makes a
If you
little
want
sense.
to lighten something, you just say illuminate.
Illuminate.
You just say you don't put illuminate, you put illuminate.
Well, what I got here from the Latin, it says illuminate, illuminated, lumen, light.
It comes from lucere. Lucere means to light.
It says Middle English, Latin, illuminate, illuminated, the verb. It just means light.
No, it doesn't.
That's what it say here. Now, again, I'll go even further. Here's another one. Etymologyonline.com. Illumination, noun, from late 14th century, spiritual enlightenment, from Latin.
Look up luminate.
Okay, let's see. I'm just saying what
Look
illuminate
up
is saying right here.
Illuminate is the actual term.
Let's
is
see.
the word.
Let me finish reading what illumination says. It don't say to barely lighten it. It don't say that.
Because you're not breaking down the word.
Now I'll go
again as
to illumination.
You guys need to break down the word. Don't just look at a word. You have to study words. And ill is a prefix. Ill in front of a word means bad. If y'all don't know that, then y'all gotta go study language.
Well,
it's called linguistics.
I get it.
Hey, I've been studying linguistics for a long time, and all I said was show me the link.
I don't mean to jump in the middle of a nerd fight. However, I hear Kev from this place think about ill-mannered, ill-equipped, but that is the word ill standing by itself.
Right.
But what I think we're getting stuck on here is
There's
whether
no
the
word
people
for
we're
illumination.
talking about ain't shit or not. These people ain't shit, and it don't matter which one of these dudes is right. Them two heifers on right there behind me ain't shit. You Oprah, I ain't scared. And hey, I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Oh, I can't wait. Shut up, Jeff. Wait for the rest.
Your rant is coming, Jeff. Don't you worry about it. Now, I've looked up illumination, but I don't see it here. Go ahead, Bobby.
Let me illuminate on Oprah Winfrey. She went to Tennessee State University in Nashville, Tennessee, 30 miles outside of where I grew up in Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro.
And we're the same age, and I went to the University of Tennessee when she was at Tennessee State University, attending the university with several of my homeboys, all right? And that particular Oprah Winfrey was a striver, very, very ambitious, and she was embraced by a brother named L. Greco Brown, who was the first black news person at the CBS affiliate in Nashville. And he took her under his wing and groomed her for her career in communications. And along the way, she became the Miss Black Tennessee award winner because of his influence. He rigged the damn thing, okay?
Yeah, because it couldn't
And
have
then
been no
years,
swimsuit competition.
years later, as she began to flourish in the business, he reached out to her to do a favorable book about her. And she pushed him to the side. But the thing that I noticed about Oprah when she was at Tennessee State University was she was already wounded, all right, because the brothers were really not attracted to her. That wasn't a time when being dark-skinned was appealing in that kind of a way. So brother kind of just, tossed her to the side. And she never fully recovered from that. And if you've ever seen the guys that Oprah dated while she was at Tennessee State and after that, they all been light-skinned. And they always been docile. And they always been subservient to her.
So you saying she's trying to heal while still being sick herself?
No, she's not trying to heal. She's
yes, she
paying
is.
back. No, it's been a payback.
Yeah, she's
if you
trying
look
to heal.
at the arc of her career, every movie that she's had an opportunity to either perform in or produce or to co-produce or whatever, you have not seen a man's man in any of those movies. And it's a result of her still feeling the burn from her childhood experiences. There's rumors that there was some funny business with her dad, and that woman is still very, very broken, and she found a cohort in Gayle King, and then there's a whole infestation of that among other women like-minded, like Susan Rice, and they have got to the point where any man that will stand on his own 2 feet and act like a man in their presence, not gonna be in their presence for very long. Period.
Wow.
But see, this
And I'm
is
not
why-
talking no sucking hand stuff. That's well known in the community of Nashville about Oprah.
Right, and that's a big piece of the puzzle.
Look up the book, And the Winner Is by
Tell us-
El Greco Brown.
Tell us about that book. We got a picture of it, Bobby. Pull that picture up of that book. Tell
And
us
the
about the
winner is-
history of the book.
Okay, I was living in San Diego at the time when he came out. He had El Greco and I used to play tennis together back in Nashville. He came out here after he had retired from his broadcast career to work on the book while he was living with his brother. And he was showing me, letters he had sent to Oprah. He actually went to Chicago one time. She met with him for about 5 minutes and told him that she wouldn't endorse the book. And it ended up being a little salacious because he got, upset because he made her Oprah Winfrey. He had that kind of clout in Nashville. His name was El Greco Brown.
So what did they reveal in the book that was a big piece that made Oprah
And
one
she
of...
had gotten pregnant when she was in high school.
I sent it to you.
And aborted the baby, and that he had rigged the Miss Black Tennessee pageant in order for her to win it. Those types of things.
And what happened with her? She bought up the book?
Not that one. You talking about the other book?
Yeah, that's the book I'm thinking
No. I'm talking about And the Winner Is.
And the Winner
by
Is.
El Greco Brown.
Oh.
The other book you're talking about is the book that she bought out all the copies of.
And what's the name of that book, Bobby? Bobby
I
got
gave
the
it
dirt.
to you. No. I gave it to you at the top of the show. I emailed it to you. That's the one. Yeah.
Well, tell us, Bobby. Shit, I don't know.
Is there a quiz?
It's an unauthorized biography, and when Oprah got wind of it, she bought up all the copies. I sent it to you.
Do you have it? You don't have it.
I got it, but I'm trying to look up the picture of the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll wait.
But the other book is And the Winner Is by El Greco Brown. That's
And
the
the
brother
Winner
who made
Is
her.
by El Greco Brown.
That's one book.
That's
There
one
is
book.
another.
There is another book that's even more salacious.
Ooh-wee.
Okay,
Ooh-wee.
all
Yeah.
right.
And the only reason I'm bringing that up is not to besmirch her. It's the fact that we have to hold people accountable because we held her in such high esteem. And a good friend of mine today told me to tell everybody across America and the world she turned into America's mammy.
Damn.
Oh, that's how she made it, man. She was beloved by white folk because they reminded her of Ancient Mama.
But you know what? Look, man, let me come back because this is part of what got Snoop in trouble. Is some of this talk designed for behind closed doors? Like, how do we rally sisters to say, hey, sisters, y'all go talk to your girl, Oprah and Gayle. And is there,
What
how you say
sisters are you
circle in the
talking about?
wagons?
What sisters? They not in that circle. The people that would talk to her real about that, as someone has said earlier on the panel, they not floating in the same ocean.
Jeff?
The only connection that we have to Oprah is she is our skin kite. She's a skin kite.
Damn.
She is flown up to show you opulence and black skin.
A skin
She
kite.
is a skin kite. This rallying of sisters who make up most of the 15% of us in this nation means nothing to Oprah Winfrey. Because Oprah Winfrey does not make her money in, does not draw the pool of her influence in bunches of black women. Oprah Winfrey pulls her influence in and her money in bunches of white women. White women who enjoy getting their news, getting their feelings, getting their experiences from a woman they do not have to worry about their husband wanting to sleep with. It really is that simple. It really is that ugly. It really is. So when we say corral the sisters, we can't stop sisters from buying the dead skin cells of another mammal from people who don't look like them. We can't get them to do that. So I don't think that's the answer. I think what the answer is not by gender. The answer is by ideology. People who stand on the shit they say, like the dudes in this panel, like the people we know, the people who follow this show, the thousands of you who watch this. It's on you to go, wait a minute. We are watching you, and we are not calling you out. No, you are where you are. What we are doing is defending those you shoot at. I'm defending what Snoop said. Whether Snoop backs down off of it or not, somebody need to come at y'all. And I ain't talking about with no guns and sneaking up on you. You got the best security in the world. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people having the guts. Shout out to my girl Monique. People having the guts to call a thing a thing. It is impossible for anyone to be a billionaire and not have blood on their hands. You don't get there.
So now I ask the question, the honest to God question, that, okay, maybe Snoop's response created an opportunity for y'all to deflect from the real. Here's the real question. Oprah and Gayle from Zoe Williams. Here's the real question. Why have you not pursued interview opportunities with Harvey Weinstein's accusers? Your friend, Harvey Weinstein. We see enough pictures of y'all buddy cuddled up, but there are women. So if you're about women, if you're about women's rights,
that's what this is about.
If you're about Me Too and women's rights and making sure that women are protected across the board, irregardless of race, how come you haven't gone after all those people and put them front and center? Because that man is alive. Kobe, gone. Tragically, with his 13-year-old daughter, gone. Shout out to Lisa Leslie for the class, the presence, and your ability to be able to navigate the fuckery that was coming at you. But I'm asking Oprah and Gayle, when is that interview gonna happen? What about the guru? The guru you love so much. That was a child molester. That's serving 19 years now.
You ain't gonna say nothing about it?
Are you gonna interview those children?
No.
See, this is why it looks so bad between black men and black women. This is why I say we have to be careful of what we say to black people, because we are in a very impressionable state because we don't have our own faces on our money. That makes us vulnerable.
Not our faces on your money. Our faces on our money.
Do you understand? And when I say, baby, he got his own money, he got his own money. Do you understand? When God is depicted in this country, he is depicted as white. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we're in a vulnerable and an impressionable position. You got sledgehammers in the position of leadership crushing the creative souls of young ones because of the way this society is stratified. The haves versus the have-nots. Well, you got to capitulate your spirit if you want to rise up. You got to tell your spirit to make itself small. Read that damn Man Not book and see what happened to black men. See what happened to black men. Right? And you mean to tell me the black man is still public enemy number one, and now the people on the front lines are sisters? Oh, we got to, listen, we got to be honest, because if they give you a crust of bread, they are now your provider. I don't know if they, I don't know. If they give you a crust of bread, they've become your provider, thus your leader. And you gonna defend them. Come on now.
In the face of that, suddenly, the sentence, black women are the number one demographic in college, takes on a whole new meaning now, doesn't it? Seeing as how college don't teach you how to take care of your people. College teach you how to take care of their people. College teach you how to get really good jobs in white corporate America. So what we are basically saying, please don't move that picture, what we are basically saying is that college right now is full of that. That's what college is for, if that's what you're saying. How many of you use your degrees and come back here? How many of you use your degrees and build your businesses here, for us here? It's not your fault. It's because you're taught that your good is good for all. Yeah, it's good for all on one side of the demographic. No matter how much you educate, no matter how much money you make, you are not doing tremendous good for us unless you physically, actively turn around and do tremendous good for us. You're not. You're not. Just because you go to college and buy your house and make your investments and send your kids to do the same, if you don't take that actively and aim it at someone, something, some institution, some idea that is inherently to help black people, then you're not helping. All you doing is shitting on Stevie and kissing Harvey.
2 points, and then we're going to go to Bobby and then Jeff's intellectual rant. Number one, you can't reduce Russell Simmons to a noun. A Russell Simmons don't make me do nothing, can't make me do nothing. Sounds real empowered, sounds real strong. But when I need to, I can get weak and cry on national TV and say Gayle is getting death threats. The man wasn't even dead a week and a half. He still ain't in the ground. His 13-year-old daughter perished with him, along with other women and children and men. So now the question is, if your allegiance is to women, what about your allegiance to Vanessa and his daughters who still live? Do you understand what I'm saying? You can't have it both ways. Either you strong and you don't need us, men. You don't need a man. Either you're strong, you're Wonder Woman, you're Captain Marvel in this motherfucker, and you don't need us, or you're a victim. She's not doing well. She wasn't doing well when she wrote the questions. She wasn't doing well when she asked the questions. Her blaming CBS is like Adam blaming Eve. For the woman you gave me to eat the fruit, right? This motherfucker did this. Right. No, you did the interview. Right. You're responsible for that. Bobby?
The response that I want to render right now is toward the fact that this is gender neutral as far as I'm concerned. Because when that silver-tongued Michael Eric Dyson came out and basically just laid down, and by being very artful with words, and he said, well, you know, Kobe did make an apology.
But see, he's just articulate.
Well, I'm saying the damage that does to the reputation of the male species when you need to just stay out of that. He didn't have no reason to even get into it unless he was supporting the status quo, which he did. And then Al Sharpton came out and did the same damn thing, and I'm sure there's been other elite voices that have come out and supported not really, bringing this situation into an area where we can discuss it openly and just kind of see who's on first, who's on second, who's on third.
Right.
And then let the public decide who they want to believe and who they want to follow if there's such a thing as following anybody. But
Right.
at the end of the day, this hero worship shit done got out of hand anyway.
Right.
We spend too much time worrying about what other folks is doing instead of trying to find our pathway to a better life.
Right, and then you want to talk about her philanthropic deeds. First off, when you become a billionaire, you got to be a philanthropist because that's how you keep your taxes down. Let's just,
Right.
We want to do some real talk now. You're going to have to do something with that money or they going to come see you. Uncle Sam going to come see you. Now, please understand how American greed works. I'm not saying she hasn't done good things for people. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you get to that level, you gotta do those kind of things. America is probably one of the most philanthropic countries in the world. It gives out food, it gives out funds, money, come on now.
Nukes.
But please don't get it twisted. Just because you do philanthropic acts, sometimes you could do a philanthropic act because it has an opiate effect on you. It's a way to get high. It's a way to feel good about yourself.
Right.
When you know you ain't shit.
Girl, it's a cheeseburger from a pimp.
Jeff Brown's intellectual rant. We got 2,000 people in the chat room right now. If I don't see 2,000 likes, I'm going to feel some kind of way. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Please hit the super chat button for everybody that's already hit the super chat button. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Here is Jeff Brown's intellectual rant.
Tony Rock, Charlie Murphy, Verdine White, Jermaine Jackson, and Gayle King are all on an airplane that's going down. 7 of them. There are only 6 parachutes. They're trying to decide who gets them. And everybody stands up and goes and gets a parachute on their own. Gayle doesn't have one. She goes, hey guys, what's gonna happen? How come I don't have a parachute? And they go, sorry, Gayle, these parachutes are for people who know famous people but got their shit on their own. Gayle, the only reason we know you is because of Oprah. Pretty pleased with sugar on top, with somebody, anybody in the chat room, anybody who watches this later, anybody who is connected to Gayle King. Could you tell me, other than the fact that she knows Oprah Winfrey, why it is I know her? Is it because she's that smart? Is it because she's that engaging? Is it because she's that innovative? What the hell has Oprah's friend given to modern society other than you too can be rich and famous by osmosis? There is not one redeeming thing, not one, Gayle King, that you bring forth other than allegiance to your friend. Is that why we listening to you? I can't be what's the man's name? Russell Simmons, reduced to a pronoun. A Russell Simmons does not affect me, cannot affect me. The question is, can a Stedman?
Ooh, ooh,
Can your man affect you?
ooh.
Can your man tell you to put the brakes on? Of course a Russell can't. Because you have been told that no black man can. You have been put in a prison, Oprah Winfrey. Do you realize that? That if you really truly wanted to be in your black womanhood for what it is, you couldn't? Think about this, Oprah Winfrey, for as many people as you have touched. Is being a mother, if being a mother is the most important, most noble job you can do, then being a mogul is a step down, ain't it?
Pew! 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 Sorry, we.
This concept that Snoop is somehow on the hot seat because he said, we coming for you. That's the opportunity you needed to go look. What you are looking at is a man who is hurting because he has lost his grandchild, his friend, and a couple of other people very close to him.
His grandchild.
Yes, one of his grandbabies died.
Who? Snoop?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes. Snoop done lost some people lately, man.
Oh man.
Snoop going through some shit.
All right. Damn.
Snoop is going through some shit.
Okay, well, finish your point, Jeff. Man, please, blessings to the family.
My point is, we don't get to do anything at this point because as black people, we have sadly pushed ourselves into this horrible defensive position. We are the Hulk, skulking in a corner from a bunch of people with slingshots. That's who we have become because we won't stand up. Because again, it's not bad enough yet. It's not bad, it's bad as it is. It hasn't got bad enough for black people to stand up. I just hope that we stand up before we find ourselves standing in front of firing squads.
Now,
I'm done.
and there's our rant, and it's an amazing rant, so let's flip the whole show over. How do we celebrate black women so we can circumvent a war that seems to be being manufactured, right, in our community right now between black men and black women? How do we as black men who up here, all of us ain't been the best to black women. We've had our low moments with black women, myself included.
Sure.
So how then do we flip the coin to show black women that we are highly appreciative of them and what they mean to us in our lives? Bobby?
That's really simple, man. We all know women that just have not had the shine. They haven't had the attention, the illumination that they richly deserve. And you don't have to leave the county of Los Angeles to have innumerable women that do wonderful things. I know this sister named Noreen McClellan. She's just an example of that. Right now, she built a shopping center over off of Slauson and Western in honor of her mother, who was a stand-up soldier. We just need to illuminate the people who are putting in the work, man, and have set an example that gets darkened by this kind of foolishness. We just need to move the flashlight, man.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. Kev, your thoughts, and then Jeff, and then Timmy Tight Top.
I don't really see why people get so upset with those type of people when somebody who's so clearly away from your level, your status, where you are, when they go off and they what's the word I'm looking for? When they seem to hurt your community and you're making the connection of this person who's like me has hurt me. And to me, you're not looking at reality in a certain way or in the correct way, because these people, when they're at these certain levels and they're in these clubs and they're in these secret societies and they're moving through life the way you don't move, they're not you.
You said you're not the same thing.
You're not.
Right.
You're not the same thing. And truly, when they get into these little societies, and again, going back to the Harvey Weinstein, if y'all understand the pedophile, the sex cult that there he goes. So the sex cult that they're into behind the scenes, you got this is a major thing that's going on that they have to hide. And so all the things that you're seeing is distraction. This is major distraction to throw them. You'll never see them vilifying the Caucasian dude. You'll only see them vilifying the melanated people because, again, we're entertainment for America. We're entertainment for the world. But so they can't sully the white people. Any Caucasian person that you've ever seen that's done any atrocity, you've only seen them plastered that one time, and then you never see them again. But a melanated dude can do one bad thing 25, 30, 40, 50 years ago, and they'll come back and bring that one goddamn thing. Hey, remember 45 years ago?
What about Pete Rose?
What?
What, P-Rose?
What about P. Rose?
Pete Rose. They ain't gonna let him into the motherfucking. He's white as they come.
No, you got the one, the one Caucasian. But Pete Rose, if you listen to Pete Rose is really outside of their thing. Pete Rose is a really ill motherfucker.
Bernie Madoff.
Yeah, he's an ill
Bernie
motherfucker.
Madoff.
But he jacked their money. That was about chips. He stole money from Jews.
You betrayed us. Yeah. On the deepest level, you betrayed us.
Yeah, you can't steal money from Jews and think you're going to get away with that shit.
Timmy Tight Top, your thoughts?
Okay.
And then you.
There's a lot of light that's been given to all this. Some bad stuff. If we're gonna really be together, they can't be down on Gayle King that hard if you want to lift people up. But
not publicly.
She's not one of
but as I was gonna say is she's not one of us. She's not on our level anyway. We need to pull the bootstraps up with people that's on our level, sisters that's on our levels. We need to communicate with them all the love that they need to have.
I like that. I was coming for your name.
Because it's not going to come to Gayle King. We don't need to do anything about that. We need to ignore that, but we need to uplift other women out there.
So we should ignore Gayle and Oprah.
Yes.
Jeff, your thoughts?
First
Charlie
off,
Sheen.
Yeah, first off, we need to, black folks in general,
Kirk Douglas.
we need to unball our fists with one another.
Yeah, that's Bobby.
Right there. We need to, the problem is, don't nobody want to be first. Between black men and black women, don't nobody want to be the first one to unball their fists. Yes, sir. If I may, there is something going on in the chat room where they're asking the moderators to get rid of the trolls. I disagree.
Leave them.
Leave them, pretty please.
Unless they say something about me.
You stupid. They said something really profound here. Black men, you black men, have a problem with any black woman who becomes a leader. Well, actually, not any black woman.
No, let me address it and throw it back to you,
okay,
please.
Yes, sir.
Gosh.
Yes, sir.
You're dealing with a boy who's like that. Real men are not like that. A real man, a leader in and of himself, recognizes the leadership in others. That's why he's an exceptional delegator. You know what? I'm not good at this, but you are. I'm going to put you in this position. I'm going to make space for this position. No black man is afraid. No real black man is afraid of a solid woman who can lead, who can pass the ball, who can defer, who can score. No real black man. Now, if you've been dealing with some soft shoe, buttercup, cream puff ass dudes, then that's your experience. Stop making your experience the billboard for everybody's experience. What's that, dude? I don't even remember. Do you understand what I'm saying? Listen, man, I hate you guys. I tell you, I'll give you examples all the goddamn time. The scientists don't even use is and are or to be no more because they're down to the fucking nitty gritty of reality and it don't even really exist unless they're observing it with a particular type of instrument. So now our observation creates the reality. I'm saying, stop saying what shit is. No, just say this is what it is for me.
Yeah.
This
Right.
is what I've experienced.
Right.
You ain't experienced all types of black men in America. Fuck wrong with you? Something got to be wrong.
Okay. And I see the poor thing. I'm gonna make you a star.
You, then Bobby.
I'm gonna make you a star right now. This comes directly. I don't usually do this, but I have to. Critical Truth with QI is one of the people in the chat room who says all women should be feminist. It means standing for your rights as a woman. I am going to take for granted that you are black saying this mindless shit, and I'm going to help you out. Please, QI, could you type out, other than having babies behind your back, leaving you with the babies that you have, and beating your ass. Sometimes, okay, I'll give you murdering. Could you please list the other things that in the past 400 years a black man has kept you from as a black woman? Please list the opportunities. Please list the schooling.
Banking,
Please list the banking. Please list the hospitals. Please.
real estate.
Now, when you get done with that, after you make that list, please make the list of feminist movements that have spoke up in the death of Sandra Bland.
Sandra Bland.
Latasha Harlins, we can go way back. Name any sister in the past 50 years that the National Organization for Women has stood up and said, wait a minute, you are treating black women this way, and that is wrong. The feminist movement is about the shit that a white woman got against her man. That ain't got shit to do with your monkey ass. Nothing. Being proud as a woman, if you want to be proud as a woman, be proud as a sister. Here are the following black leaders I have no problem with. Sister Shahrazad Ali.
Boom.
I have no problem with her.
Frances
Frances West Welsing. I have no problem with her.
Joy DeGruy.
I have no problem with her. Angela Davis. No problem with her.
Michelle Alexander,
Nope.
the new Jim Crow.
Yes.
Okay.
No problem with her. So if you're saying that I have a problem with every black woman in position, no, I don't. Here are the sisters I have a problem with. I have a problem with black women who get into arguments with black men, and the word degree comes up, and they're not talking about Freemasons, weather, or deodorant. Those are the black women I have a problem with. I have a problem with the black women who go out of their way to keep the children of black men who desperately want to be in their lives out. Those are the black women that hurt our community. And you know who it ain't on, sister? It's not on us. It's on you. It's on you. I put that in the same place I put the word bitch. Y'all hate the word bitch so bad. Question, do bitches exist? Are they invisible? If you don't want me to say the word bitch when I refer to cantankerous, conniving, sniping, backbiting, incredulous, duplicitous gutter snipes, indifferent gutter snipes, I'm not saying that every time I mean it. So, if you don't want me to use the word bitch, hey, let's use the word rutabaga. Nobody's using that, right? If you want to call these heifers rutabagas, we're going to call them something.
Goddamn
because
rutabagas!
They don't exist. That's the problem. We try to pretend that they do not exist. That everything wrong with black people is on the penis side of the game. And that is not true. That is not true. Somebody is raising these half-ass boys. Somebody.
And throw this to Bobby real quick. But how did Superhead become a motivational speaker?
How did that happen?
There had to be women that rallied around
Thank you.
the empowerment of being able to pull yourself up from your surname.
Thank you.
Superhead.
Yeah. And her head ain't super because of this part
You
of it.
understand? There had to be sisters
This
that
part of
were
her head, this part of her head ain't why she's super.
Jasmine Cashmere is a preacher.
But do you understand? Go ahead, Bobby.
You know, as someone had mentioned earlier, you know, moving away from the confrontation, there's always going to be a measure of confrontation in order for us to define how we deal with solving problems. And I was sitting here thinking about a few years ago when I was invited to an event in San Diego, the christening of the USN Medgar Evers. And I spent 2 days with Merle Evers. And never in my life I had felt so humbled by the presence of a queen. Imagine watching your husband get shot in his back, not watching him get shot, but hearing the shot and going out there on the front lawn and watching this man bleed out. And then for the next 50 years, fighting for justice. And not with a sense of contempt or bitterness, but just a sense of righteousness. And then having to raise your kids and do what you could and never feel that you were absent of the presence of a great man. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm back to the illumination of certain idols and certain models of possibility that are important to us to the point where we have to change the screen and tweak it to the point where when we see each other, we don't see that ugliness that we see. And to get there, we got to go through some confrontation. We got to call some folks to the carpet and hold each other accountable.
Bobby, do you think we should do it publicly?
Yes. I tell you why. You know, people say, well, you don't air your dirty laundry. In 2020, it ain't no such thing.
As dirty laundry.
No,
it
ain't no privacy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So ain't no trying to sit act like we ain't got no problems. Everybody know we got problems. You know, I was in the laundromat the other day, and I seen these sisters come at this real sister. Mm-hmm. And they started, because she asked them to act more ladylike. And they were like, you know, who you are talking to me? We this, that, and the other. Start, you know, flashing gang signs.
Oh, wow.
And they had the right string, but the wrong yo-yo.
Here we go.
All right. They came at her physically, man, and she bopped all 3 of them, man, and then they finally got it. Oh, man, she knew, she put the business on.
Yeah, that was Esther. Look, Esther.
And she,
Come on.
and she,
Fish-eyed fool.
Fish-eyed food.
and she,
Glory.
she was,
Hallelujah.
she was teaching that she was striking, because clearly she knew martial arts, right? And she was saying, look here, first of all, y'all not acting like ladies, and y'all coming to me like y'all got that man in you, then come on here with it. I got something for you. And she was putting them hands on her, them feet and everything. And then they finally got together and rushed her, right? And it made me so sad, because it was me and about 4 or 5 other brothers standing there wondering what to do.
Y'all didn't break it up?
Look here, the owner didn't break it up.
Bobby, you better not break nothing up.
No, I
Because them
didn't.
bones you got.
No, I wouldn't worry about my bone. This is in the
You
blood.
got osteoporosis right now. Your whole shit is crumpled up.
Why?
Now, you know what, man? You really don't want to have.
What damn ankle is dust now? Ankle is dust.
So you done took something that's really important and turned it into some fluff. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't do nothing. It had nothing to do with that, because I could have just called the police, but somebody else had already been there, taken all day to get there. The reason I did not break anything up is the owner of the business was a black man, and 2 of the people that worked in there for him did not lift a finger.
Wow.
And the sister was handling her business, and then they got to talking that gang stuff, and I just made a business decision. I said, now, first of all, if the owner of the place is not going to put his life on the line, why am I going to stick my neck out?
I'm not going to do it.
You know? And I felt terrible about that, because that's how much society has changed when you can hesitate doing the right thing when ain't nobody going to come to rescue me. When I stick my beak in there in a blood neighborhood and I ain't crip out blood. You know,
You just old. You shouldn't even be involved.
I felt
Somebody
terrible
get me
about
the
that.
fuck out of here. Shit. I shouldn't be around these children anyway, goddammit.
But it just shows how far we are from a civil place.
I'm gonna oil these wheels when I get to the house.
You know.
I ain't mad at you, Bobby.
No, I'll admit it. I was conflicted, because we are conflicted as a people, and I'm gonna pick my battles very, very carefully.
I ain't mad at you, Bobby.
When I go
Shit.
in, I'm all in.
Right.
No,
Right.
But let me give you an example. Man, like I said, I haven't been 100% good in all my relationships, good to sisters.
Absolutely.
You know, and I've had to grow up and learn and evolve and change. And part of that maturation, man, I see it through my children. You know, there was a time I was walking to the store, to the corner store, and I saw this young kid, right over here. What is that, Locust over there? By the Ralphs.
Yeah.
I was right over there, man, and I saw this youngster and this girl, and he was revved up, you know, and maybe he had already hit her, maybe he was about to hit her, but I saw that look in his face. He was revved up. You know that revved up? Yeah. I saw him, and I saw her, and she was covering herself.
He was about to drop the clutch.
And I don't know this kid. He looked like a little gang member to me. But I put myself out there. I was walking by, and I just put my hand on his shoulder and said, "You're going to go to jail. Come with me so you don't go to jail."
Right.
And he was like, "Listen, big homie.
Come with me if you want to live."
I just said, no. We'll talk about it at Ralph's. Because this was in front of their place. I said, "You and I talk about it at Ralph's." And I looked at her, I said, "Go home. Go home." She said, "Okay." I said, "You come with me."
Did you have this by any chance?
I had some, Greg. Not a lot. But I had some.
God damn it, Zoe Williams. Stop talking. Stop talking. I'm going to interrupt you right now.
I didn't have a lot then.
I am going to interrupt you right now. Dear dumb niggas that keep dyeing your gray hair. Do you know what gray hair means right now? Do you know why at 54 years old I will not dye my gray hair? Because it is no coincidence that in 2020 I am 54 and I have never been to prison, and the popo ain't looking for me, and I can conjugate a verb, and I have a sense of some type of forethought. This is a beacon for them dudes, because he didn't have, whoever this dude is, didn't have this to draw on from his past. He didn't have a uncle in his head going, "Hey man, you know you see this shit I'm going through with your Aunt Shirley? You don't need to be going through this shit." He didn't have that. You don't know what Zoe saved that young man from. And you do not know what a ripple in the universe that is, because that conversation away from that woman in Ralph's is a ripple, because one day, if that young man listened to that advice and took more advice and garnered more wisdom, he will be able to give that to someone else. I tell this to all, first off, with regard to getting into it with or breaking up a fight between a man and a woman in public, I don't do it because one of my uncles was killed that way. He literally lost his life, because he pulled a man off of a woman and the woman stabbed him. So yes, that happens plenty. That happens plenty.
And I understood that I was putting myself in harm's way.
Sure.
Because I didn't know if the youngster had a strap. I didn't know what his situation was.
But it needed to happen.
I just put my hand on his shoulder and I said, "Come with me, man. Just come with me. You go back home. You come with me. I'm going to talk to you at Ralph's." And the kid listened to me for like 30 minutes. And I just told him, like, "Do you have $40,000 for a domestic abuse, you know,
You got 40
charge?
grand in your hand?
Do you have, that's what it's going to cost you at least. Then how you going to get it if they give you that year too? That's mandatory. Like, what's your plan for that?"
And why are you in the presence of somebody who pushes you there?
Do you understand what I'm saying? I just told him, like, let's take it bit by bit. Let's take the clear and present danger that you're in right now. And then I talked to him about manhood. I talked to him like, I said, "Man, I was young and I was stupid at times." I said, "But this is the most unman-like shit you can do."
What you about to do?
So, you know, we talked for about 30 minutes. And then I told him, I said, "Man, if y'all share that place, don't go back there right now. Go to your mama's house.
Go anywhere.
Go somewhere else, man, and really, like, strategize on how you're going to talk to this young lady with respect, because I know ain't nobody there. Nobody's there. I can't be there 24 hours a day. What I'm trying to do is get you to not hit this girl and then go to jail. Because now she's a victim, she's been abused, that's some trauma she's got to go through, and you about to be traumatized on your end for your actions." So again, I compiled this topic, and we talked about Gayle and Oprah, but the reality of it is, The black man and woman is the oldest relationship on planet Earth. We are the mother and father of humanity. But if you look at the descendants of that mother and father that are here in America,
You'd never know it.
you'd never know we came from a loving, spiritual base. We have been programmed, reprogrammed, and programmed again by those who hate us, by those who despise us because of who we are innately. You listen, they tell people all the time, if you're going to become a therapist or a counselor or a psychologist, you got to do 5,000 hours of therapy. Do you know how many psychiatrists ain't over the trauma, the abuse that they've been through? And now you're a therapist, you're a clinician, you're a psychologist, and you are in there trying to fight not to engage in transference, transferring your unresolved issues onto the person you're trying to help. There are a lot of broken clinicians out there right now. This makes me think of Oprah, because you'll do Soul Sunday. You'll have Iyanla and all these spiritual advisors and all these people around. But really, you thinking you helping others, but you really just a white knight to cover your own hurt.
Who's fixing the wizard?
Who's fixing you for real? Because you got it bad for brothers. We haven't seen you go this hard against the Weinsteins, Harvey Weinstein. Why wouldn't you do it? That is my ultimate question. Why wouldn't you do it?
Is she going at him at all?
At all,
At all. Like zero.
Okay.
At all. Why ain't you doing it?
Here's I just don't know how many more pieces we need. If I'm putting together a 1,000-piece puzzle, and I got 700 pieces together, and it's a windmill, the other 300 ain't gonna make it a lighthouse. I don't care where you put them. It's a windmill. We see you. I see these people. I don't need to overanalyze Oprah another second. I don't need any more proof. I don't. Snoop is proof. Monique is proof. Harvey Weinstein is proof. My man Russell Simmons is proof. How much? Schools in Africa, proof. How much more proof?
You mean the kids were getting molested in the schools in Africa that Oprah set up?
Oh, I didn't know about
I
that.
didn't know that.
I didn't know about that. I mean, well, molestation.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
I can't blame Oprah and say that Oprah done touched every kid didn't touch. But what I
No,
can,
we're not saying Oprah did it.
What I can say is this. I know that Harpo Studios was less than 10 miles from O'Keefe Elementary School, the school that I grew up in. That school does not have a computer lab. That school does not have state-of-the-art books. And the Bulls are right down the street from that school. The Bears are right down the street from that
None of
school.
that money is going
The
over there.
White Sox are right down the street
None of
from
that
that
money.
school. The Cubs are on the other side of town with the white folks. However, they are around that school. And on all them teams is rich black folks. So it's real simple to me.
Yep.
We keep trying to make this shit complex. It's not. When you get a certain amount of money, the money is coupons. It's coupons. You cannot use a coupon for Dove on Irish Spring, nigga. You can't. You can't. It is made for that. This money that is given to black millionaires is given to black millionaires to spend on the shit they tell you. You can buy as many Bentleys as you want. You can buy as many blue diamonds as you want. Buy a truck full of books and see what happens.
That's real shit.
The shit is hurtful because together we are the shapers and the fashioners of everything that is meaningful on planet Earth. Together, the black man and woman are the fashioners and the shapers and the creators of everything meaningful on planet Earth. Am I lying? Who created rock and roll?
Niggas.
Who created R&B?
Niggas.
Who created all of it? Who created culture? Who gave God a conceptual meaning, an idea? It was us. Who gave us math? Who gave us science? See, white people love to claim and reclaim, and the father of medicine is Hippocrates. Yes, it's fucking hypocritical for you to say that.
Right.
When all you Greeks and Europeans was waiting to get into the ancient mystery school.
Couldn't even get
You
into
know
the
about
story.
Ptah. You know about
Yep.
him. You know about Imhotep.
Yep.
You know about him. We created all that, and you still calling yourself the father or something.
Well, we stole it.
Now, that's an inherent gift in our people.
You're the father of intelligence. You are intelligence's side dude.
Ooh. White
dude.
people are intelligent side dude.
Side dude.
I love that.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to go back and say it again. Your grandmother used to tell you, keep your business in your house. These people who mean you no good are in your relationship business. How we relate to one another. My brother Snoop, I love him and I love what he said, but in protection of him, right? I would have advised Snoop, no. Say what you said, but not that last part,
Yeah, that
because
last
you know
part.
how these funny style people do. They will take you to task on it and make it out to be something that it's not,
They'll make
and
it
then
about
that
that.
something becomes the distraction that they need to not deal with what you said.
But that's how you know it was real. It was a real, because if he had thought about it, he would probably said, I should
He
say
sees
that.
a smart
That's-
guy.
Yeah, that's why you know he was feeling that shit.
Let me tell you something about Snoop Dogg. I had a conversation with Quincy Jones. And Quincy was like, nah, man. Snoop's, hey, shit, man. Snoop's brilliant, I'll tell you what, He's very smart, and he's for real. That gang shit's real with him, Yeah, it is. But I put him with Tony Robbins, Like, people don't know. Snoop is wise.
You listen to him.
Snoop done
talks
grew
shit.
up,
Yeah,
man.
seriously.
And what you saw was Snoop's knee-jerk reaction to a woman that was being blatantly disrespectful to one of his friends
homeboy, yep.
that actually passed
Yep.
in a horrific crash where he lost his 13-year-old
Right.
daughter. Now, nobody wants to deal with the truth of that. Should he have said what he said? The end part? No. But we should rally around Snoop to protect Snoop from the Susan Rices of the world, who want to make this about him saying, funky dog head bitch. And we coming for you. Let's reclassify we coming for you right now. You know what we coming for you means? We not fucking with you no more.
Yep. That's exactly
That's
what that
what
meant.
we
That's
coming for you
exact-
should mean.
When you got a bootleg head telling you that we ain't gonna fuck with you no more.
Look here, man. Okay, whoa. Hippity hop mob stop. Okay? That funny shaped head heifer right there in that yellow knew good and hell well that Snoop didn't mean he was gonna get some niggas from round the way to try to spray Gayle. You knew that.
But he's powerful enough to get the brothers on those people.
Nah, but then you got to remember
Where they
too.
gonna see Gayle
But
at?
I'm just saying the backlash that she got, she wasn't expecting no shit like that. And I'm saying, and he has so much influence that Black Twitter or whatever,
This is what
they
that's-
able to make type of waves like that for the
love
people
you,
who want to
Kev.
be in the background. Those people don't want they don't want nothing in the forefront. They want to chill in the background. They want to do what they fucking
With
dirt in the
love,
background.
Kev.
But Snoop he has the ability to fucking bring that light on these
And
motherfuckers.
with love. That is the key issue that has them up in arms. What I am saying is that the grenade that they are saying that Snoop threw, that's the grenade that's the cigarette lighter that looks like a grenade. Ain't shit in that grenade.
No, I understand.
And they knew what Susan, whatever the hell. I don't want to know your name. I'm happy to fuck it up. Susan, whatever your name is,
Right.
You knew good and hell well that Snoop wasn't talking about getting no niggas from Long Beach to roll up on Gayle. Gayle don't roll in them circles. Gayle is allergic to regular niggas now. She ain't nowhere near around regular niggas. Regular niggas don't serve Gayle food. When Gayle goes to a restaurant, she checks in advance to see if any of the waiters and waitresses are regular niggas and has them moved to another night.
You know,
she's nowhere near regular niggas.
You look quite regular.
Yes, you look regular. You look ordinary.
You cannot serve me my rice and peas.
Do not touch my food, regular nigga. That's where they at with them. Ain't you knew that? This was an excuse for you to run your face on Snoop, and we see you. Snoop was 200% right. Man. And if you ain't an old dog head bitch, you on some old dog head bitch type behavior. Dig that. And I said, oh yeah, that cry right there. That's the cry when you get an ass whooping for your cousin. It wasn't even you. I sat down like you said. You came in and whooped everybody's ass. I didn't even understand that. What's that cry? He's done that cry.
So let me just say this. Let me just be honest, man. I'm going to say it again. It's tragic, man. Kobe ain't even in the grave yet. You know, here in Los Angeles, they're doing a memorial for him February 24th. So that's 2/4/20. 2/24/20. Right. Him and Gigi. Let's just say this, man. We send out love to the brother's wife, to his 3 daughters, surviving daughters. We send thanks to the universe that nobody else in his family was on that flight, that helicopter. We send love, peace, and blessings out to all of the people that were on that helicopter. Let's not let this tragedy divide us as a city, as a state, and as a nation. Kobe Bryant was an amazing ball player, an amazing talent, and an amazing father. But here's the reality. We've got to find a way to kind of tune out all the extra voices that are in our spiritual lives. And I'm talking about black men and women. Oprah, as Jeff said, Oprah and Gayle ain't on the team.
What else?
They not even on the team.
Man.
So if they not on the team, we got to come back to the understanding that I don't give a damn how good Super Soul Sunday was. We not fucking with you. All you got to do to get niggas involved is to give them what they like. You like choirs? Mm-hmm. I got the money to buy the best choir and bring that choir in there. You know, Super Soul Sunday was good. It was really good. They had Reverend Abernathy and the Mississippi State Choir.
Right.
Y'all get involved in things that you like, and they pay for that shit, and next thing you know, you back on their team.
You need the nigger buzzwords in here.
We gotta be like this as black men and women. Anything that's sponsored by y'all,
We not fucking with.
we not on board.
Yep. Yep.
You've already showed us that you're not with us in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. Sisters, you got to be able to say, you can't attack brothers. I like what you're doing, and I see the grant, and I see the opportunity, but I can't get down with you if that's all you attack is brothers. I saw what you did to Michael Jackson, don't like it. I saw what you did to Kobe, don't like it. So you gonna take that grant, sister? Because that's what they know. I can say reckless shit and get away with it because I got the power to write a check.
Right. I got butter biscuits of my own.
Come on, man.
Connected to the others, not y'all.
I'm going to say this last thing and we're going to wrap it. This last thing I got to say is about feminism. I done told y'all before. It should be called equality. It shouldn't be called feminism. Because what's the natural opposite of feminism? Masculinism, maleism, patriarchy. You got a built-in devil. If your positionality is right, who is your opposer? Regular television is written like that. Antagonists, protagonists, protagonists, antagonists, black and white.
Have to have it.
Gotta have it in order for there to be tension.
Yep.
Who is your devil, feminist? Man.
Yep.
Men.
Yep.
Man, that's your devil.
Antagonist?
Now, sisters, I told you, white women have a legacy of being black slaveholders. When they go after their man, that's their business. Just like Big Mama told you to mind yours, stay out of their business. You sitting here coming back to us as if we're the patriarchy. Black men can't be the patriarchy. Why? Because we don't get to grab pussies and still become president.
They don't run shit.
Do you understand?
Patriarch father. We ain't
Now,
running shit.
that doesn't mean we don't have our issues. We don't have our dysfunctions, right? That doesn't mean we don't have our problems. That doesn't mean we aren't as broken and as hurt as you are. Bobby, wake up. That don't mean that. We got work to do, and we owe a great debt to the women we've hurt. Brothers, we owe a great debt to the women we've hurt. But y'all cannot let this system control the narrative and create a goddamn war between brothers and sisters. We have more power together than we do apart. Period. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. We love y'all. I asked for 2,000 likes. We don't have it. We got 2,000 people in the box right now, live in the box with us. Can we get everybody to hit that like button, that share button, and the super chat before you leave? Kev, where can they find you, man? What's your website?
RealNagas.com. And also you can sign up for, watch some of the videos, the documentaries I do on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Real Nagas.
Bobby G?
Bobby at realmendon'tplay.com.
You forgot? You forgot, Bobby?
No, I just want to make sure they got a
Your ass
chance.
gonna forget how to play, too.
So you got a little something going on.
All I know
here
is you
today.
just said real man.
I wanted him to get it.
Bobby, the
wanted to get it.
osteoporosis joke was hilarious. He got you with that.
Well, what he gonna do is he gonna have to go ahead and step in the box now.
Got you with that one.
People want to know when we're gonna do this. We're gonna
If you
set a
can't
date.
remember the name of your book, how you gonna remember how to play me on the court?
That was my website, my brother. Bobby at realmendon'tplay.com.
Real man. Real man. A lot of men is real.
You know you gonna pay for this.
Real men be sleepy.
He said he gonna wear your ass out when he gets you on the bench.
Real men are sleepy a lot.
You gonna get it to him?
I'm gonna whip it to the catch.
The boy with the tight pants on, tight pants. What kind of juice?
Timmy tight garments.
Timmy tight garments.
Look up We Juice, not TTT. We Juice. Order your juices, order your health, order your fitness from We Juice.
There you go. There you go. Jeff Brown.
Sarah,
where
you
can
didn't
they
put
find
mine
you?
up, girl.
Yes.
At GB Funny Style is the Twitter and the Instagram. Look for me very soon doing a lot of stuff on Fox. So.
Hey, so
All right.
you know
Hey.
the weird numerology with the Kobe thing?
Can I promote my shit?
Oh, wow.
God damn.
I thought you was about to end it. I wanted
Hey,
to tell you that before it ended.
The relationship dismount, how to stick the landing when exiting the
Get this nigga book.
Please get the book. It's available in 3 different formats.
Please get this nigga book so he can stop
Kindle,
talking shit.
Audible, and paperback from Amazon.com. Get the holographic relationship. That's on Amazon as well. I got the paperbacks. I got the paperbacks. Yeah. Support all of the stuff we're doing. Get Total Package Energy. Don't ever forget your Total Package Energy, man. That's going to keep you popping. Total Package Energy. Tell them Zoe Williams sent you. TotalPackageEnergy.com. Also, oh, yeah. Friday. Pull this up. Friday. Y'all can't miss this. If you're in LA, the massacre, the Valentine's Day massacre, the relationship roundtable of all. Grady. Me and Ray Grady are doing a relationship roundtable at Drobe Stogies. Drobe Stogies is a cigar lounge, black-owned lounge. Brothers, all the ladies is coming through. And all the ladies who come through get chocolates and flowers. Oh my God, chocolates and flowers. Last time it was standing room only. When I tell y'all get there, it's going to be lit. Relationship roundtable, St. Valentine's Day massacre, 7 p.m. Don't get there at 7 p.m.
You ain't gonna get in.
I'm gonna tell you about that parking now. That parking over there
Ain't shit.
Uber.
all right, get over there. I'm telling you. What is it? Drobe Stogies. Google that for the address. I can give the address. 1322 North La Brea Boulevard, Inglewood, California. That's where you want to be. That's where you want to go. It's going to be fire Friday night. Also, the hurricane report. I didn't do none of that. You ain't got that yet?
I don't know where the graphic went.
Come on, girl, you grab it.
First of all,
The evil. Lord have mercy. Okay, we got to get the graphic for the hurricane report.
I'm gonna look it up online again too.
All right? We're going to take care of the hurricane report. I'll do a separate video promoting her or promoting the hurricane report and that group's websites and all their Instagram and all of that. Again, we appreciate everybody. Thank you for tuning in. This has been the Zowa Show. We don't know everything. A lot of what we talk about is clear nonsense. We appreciate you for tuning in. Please continue the conversation. We out.